Well, I'm going to try and make a stone inlay ring. I've never done this before. I already made this silver band. I was just going to have it as a silver band, but then I decided to get more elaborate. It's an odd size because I made it to fit my finger exactly, but its inner diameter is 21 millimeters and the outer diameter is 23 millimeters. So that's pretty thick. But I was making it as a standalone band. I would have made it thinner, I think, if I knew what I was doing. And then I'm going to make the flanges out of a piece of silver, sterling silver, and a piece of jeweler's brass. I rolled these down square in my rolling mill so that they're the same size. And so I'm going to have a silver band and a brass band. The thing about this ring, which is going to complicate it, is I tapered it so it's narrower at the seam here than at this side. So there's going to be this slight taper. And then for the stone, I didn't want to buy stone when I have so many beautiful stones that I tumbled. So I kind of like that color. It's kind of a green. I don't know what kind of stone this is. And I've seen videos of people crushing their own stone and creating an inlay. This is probably way more than I need. So this is the beginning, and we'll see how this progresses. So I didn't show it on camera because my soldering skills are not that great, but you make one ring out of silver, or at least in my case, make one ring out of silver and one ring out of brass that just fits the original ring shank. And the way you do that is you measure the ring shank outer dimension, and that was, in my case, 23 millimeters. So you take 23 millimeters, add the thickness of the wire, and then multiply that by pi, and that gives you the exact length you need to fit tight around the ring. Now, my problem was, since that ring shank, I really originally intended it as a band, I had already rounded the edges. So if you look on the silver side, there's a bit of a groove here where the original shank was curved. And I could fill that with some easy solder and then file. This has already been rough filed, but I can fill it with some easy solder and file it. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because I would like my ring to look handmade, So I'm gonna leave a little bit of an imperfection there. The brass side has a much better fit. There was less of a curve. I may have filed it more. You can see on the inside of the brass, there's some copper haze on. When you pickle brass, it leaves a little layer of copper on the surface, and you could use chemical means to get that off. And in my case, filing took it off the sides and off the top. And I don't think I care about the copper color on the inside. It's going to get covered with the stone inlay. So if possible, I like to avoid the use of chemicals. So far, this is all done handmade. No power tools. And we'll see in the next video. I'll show the process to inlay this.